A single unverified rumor can instantly multiply into a sprawling digital web, destroying a reputation before the facts even come to light. Despite our unlimited access to information, we remain routinely susceptible to believing and sharing claims we haven't verified. The mechanics of this vulnerability were mapped out over 400 years ago by William Shakespeare. To protect ourselves in a hyper-connected digital landscape, we must understand how human deception operates on a basic, analog level through classic literature. This title page of Shakespeare's Much Ado About Nothing serves as a precise case study for how fabricated stories infiltrate communities. Right below the title is a dense network of friends and relatives. Rumors require exactly this tight-knit social structure to travel rapidly. The play observes that deception succeeds because a falsehood appears most convincing when it is carefully mixed with a sliver of undeniable truth. A lie's power comes from its ability to disguise itself as reality, requiring us to develop a systematic cognitive defense to separate the two. In the play, a young lord named Claudio is presented with a malicious, staged rumor. Instead of verifying the facts with his fiancée, Hero, he believes the illusion immediately. Claudio's failure reveals a specific psychological vacancy, the absence of a grounded, internal conviction to protect a relationship from outside interference. Indian knowledge systems define this foundational trust as Śraddhā. By accepting appearances as fact, Claudio's quick judgment bypasses the stability of Śraddhā, allowing hearsay to override the bond he spent months building. When Śraddhā is abandoned in favor of immediate assumptions, any relationship, whether romantic or societal, collapses under the weight of the first rumor it encounters. This collapse highlights a central tenet of Indian wisdom: speech is an active force. Words carry an immense ethical responsibility because they produce real-world consequences. This responsibility is centered on the concept of Satya, an alignment of truthfulness across your thoughts, your words, and your actions. The conflict in Messina escalates into near tragedy because the characters suffer a systemic failure of Satya. They gossip and plot, using speech as a tool for manipulation. Unchecked speech can wound individuals and fracture communities. Conversely, speech that is grounded in honesty has the capacity to heal and unite. Every word spoken, forwarded, or shared acts as either a tool for social cohesion or a weapon for its destruction. The characters in Much Ado About Nothing only begin to heal their fractured community when they stop making assumptions and actively seek out the absolute truth. This transition requires viveka, the practice of thoughtful discernment. It is a critical, deliberate pause between hearing information and choosing to believe it. Viveka acts as a cognitive filter. It forces you to isolate the dangerous fragments of falsehood from the smooth, clean truth often embedded within a rumor. Consistent discernment remains the only effective safeguard against a lie that has been cleverly mixed with reality. The Shakespearean danger of town square hearsay is identical to the modern reflex of instantly forwarding an unverified message. Combining Shakespeare's structural understanding of deception with the active tool of viveka creates a robust defense system for our digital lives. This requires a shift in mindset. Instead of passively asking, "What have I heard?" we must actively ask, "Have I sought the truth before forming my judgment?" Satya and Śraddhā provide the functional architecture required to navigate the information age with integrity and harmony.